What's up, everyone? This is FP Sticks bringing you some Go Battle League Masters League content here. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, in this entire video, I just get stomped all over the place. These are some of my first Master League battles here, and I pretty much went headfirst into Master League with very little knowledge and not a very solid plan of what team I was going to bring in. So I kind of tried out some different lines and really got stomped. I'm pretty sure I go like 2-5 on the, or 2-3 in the first set, and then 2-3 in the next set. But I always try to be open and candid with you all on this channel. Don't try to hide when I do bad, just so you guys can see how these battles kind of play out. So I have this Rhyperior on the Tyranitar. This Mud Slap damage is doing a lot, but man, that bite damage from the Tyranitar is really shredding me. At this point in time, I was running Superpower on my Rhyperior, and that's because I anticipated running into a lot more Snorlaxes, but it really didn't happen that much, and so I have since changed Superpower to Surf. I think Rhyperior is a really solid option within the Master League because of that Mud Slap damage, but man, you still get shredded by some of the things that you are countering. Like Dialga, that Dragon Breath still really hurts. The Iron Head still really hurts. Against Metagross, the Bullet Punches and the Meteor Mashes still are hitting you for super effective damage. So the Rhyperior matchups are definitely some where you're going to have to commit shields and then sometimes commit to like a Mud Slap farm down in order to like dump the energy into the next matchup. And here, if I had Surf, I probably would have been able to double Surf instead of go for this Rock Wrecker, because I'm not able to get to the second Rock Wrecker there. Just dumb plays on my part. The charm damage was way too intense. I'm going with Togekiss, Mewtwo, and Rhyperior here. Not super sold on what moveset I want to run on my Mewtwo. I think I'm currently running Psystrike. And then I was flip-flopping between Focus Blast and Ice Beam. I really like Focus Blast for that nuke potential against Dialga and the Zero Shield, but Ice Beam gives you a little bit more consistent damage against the Giratinas, but that's already a really horrible matchup to begin with. And in this Togekiss matchup right here, even though Ice Beam is hitting for super effective, Psystrike is still going to do a lot of damage. I don't shield up that Ancient Power, which was a mistake, I believe, because now this Togekiss is going to commit a shield and be able to charm me down before I can get to another Psystrike. Ugh. That is unfortunate. I lost control of the match there. Should have just committed a shield. Now I have to bring in my own Togekiss to mirror, and this is just not ideal at all. The charm damage is still hitting me for a lot of damage here. Really wearing on my Togekiss. I do get the boost. Man, this Ancient Power and Ominous Wind boost just needs to be changed. They need to either like lower the chance or lower the amount of stages that it gets boosted, because like every freaking match it seems like either the Giratina gets the Ominous Wind boost or the Togekiss gets like an Ancient Power boost. It's just so obnoxious, and it totally can change the outcome of the match. Even when I get the boost, it just feels like, oh man, I feel so bad for my opponent. Because this boosted Togekiss is just going on a rampage. Oh my gosh, did so much damage. Out comes my Rhyperior, and I'm just going to go straight for the Rock Wrecker here. They go for their own Ominous Wind. If they got the boost, this matchup might actually flip around. They're going for the Shadow Ball here. Good play. Rhyperior does tank Shadow Balls very well. I really have not played in the Master League that much. I do not really know the counts for a lot of these charge moves. I don't know how much damage some of these charge moves do. I'm very well versed in the Great League, and I know all the counts for that and kind of got a feel for how much damage the charge moves do in there. But Master League, I still feel like I'm flying blind here, and especially since I'm trying to do a decent amount of studying for the Toxic Cup. We still got the Rose Cup going on. Like, there's so many things you got to be aware of in Pokemon Go PvP to really perform at your highest. And right now, Master League is definitely on the back burner for me, but I need to put in some time and study some more simulations here. Now, Size Strike is going to be double resisted. That's why I'm going for the Ice Beam here. Does a decent chunk. This would be another example where if I had Focus Blast, I'd be able to output a little bit more damage in this matchup. I do get a shield there, which is really good for me. I think Mewtwo is a solid option for Master League, but it's still just a lot glassier than a lot of your other options. So you will have to commit shields, but the amount of damage it can output is pretty amazing. Here's a scenario right here. I have to shield up these Meteor Mashes, and that was actually an Earthquake there. Holy cow, that would have done a lot of damage. Out comes the Kyogre. I have to get my Togekiss on this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to charm this thing down in time. And Kyogre is absolutely going to melt my Rhyperior. Could have maybe not thrown the charge move, because this is probably going to get shielded. Oh, they let it go through, and I get the boost. Oh my goodness. Out comes the Metagross. It's able to farm me down, and now it's going to be able to throw a... It's going to be able to throw this Meteor Mash and should be able to take out my Rhyperior. Either way, I had to fully commit to the fast move farm down there. Lose that game. Horrible plays on my part. So I believe I switch up the team. Now I'm going Togekiss, Kyogre, and Rhyperior. We'll see how this plays out. Going up against Akio-san. Huge apologies to all my opponents for really not putting up the best of fights in these matches. But that's all right. That's all right. You can see our CPs of our Togekisses there. We were tied in CP. So for some reason, I switch in my Kyogre, and now it's stuck against the Dialga. This is really bad. This Blizzard is only going to hit for neutral. And they do shield it up there. So they are looking to fully commit to farming me down. I can't even get to that Surf. Very unfortunate. Now they have a loaded Dialga. This is like the scariest thing ever. Oh my gosh, because Dialga, even if it's even in its matchups where you would lose, like against Rhyperior, you can still threaten shields and still do a ridiculous amount of damage with the Dragon Breath. I still don't have a Dialga built for Master League. I'm trying to line up some lucky trades here so I don't have to invest as much dust. And you need a good IV Dialga. Like, I don't even have one with 15 attack. I'm really trying to hopefully get like a 98. A hundo would be amazing. Master League is so restrictive. Just for the pure dust cost that it's going to be, like, way fewer people are going to be able to actually be competitive within the Master League. And it's kind of unfortunate, but that's just kind of the way it is. The meta is going to get super stale. You're going to seriously like run into the same 6 Pokemon over and over and over again. But it's challenging because people don't have the resources. They don't have the dust or the candies for these legendary Pokemon. Even if Niantic were to like have some ban restrictions on particular Pokemon to try to shake up the meta, it's still going to be so restrictive, and probably fewer people would even participate in that because you'd have to power up more Pokemon. But I'm a huge fan of Great League. Great League is by far my favorite league to play in, because there's way more options of Pokemon that you can bring in, and in general, it's a much more inexpensive league for people to play in, and most people already have Pokemon built for the Great League because of all the Silph Cups that take place. If you have not looked into any of the Silph tournaments, you gotta check it out, man. That's where competitive PvP takes place. You're not rolling with these blind matches where it's a lot of the same Pokemon. In Silph tournaments, you're able to see your opponent's team of 6, and from there you can kind of decipher what line of 3 you're going to bring in, and it's a lot of fun. You have specific type restrictions, so you get to use Pokemon that you've probably never used before or never gone up before. The meta's always interesting, and it changes from month to month. So head on over to silph.gg to check out some of these tournaments and find a tournament near you. I know some of you who watch my content are actually in Colorado. So make sure you come out to our tournaments, man. We just had our big tournament in Denver last weekend. We always get to 6 rounds in those tournaments, like come out. You can say hi. You can come meet me, hang out with me. But we need more people coming out to these Sylph tournaments. Again, that's really where like competitive PvP takes place. Hopefully Go Battle League, Niantic, once the season starts, will have some sort of interesting meta shakeups, because this is just going to be so monotonous time after time, even though it's going to cycle between Great, Ultra, and Masters. I'm really only using the Go Battle League right now to just get more Stardust. I'm going to do as best as I can, but I am super newbie in the Master League for sure, so not really outputting the best battles here. I am able to take that game there, at least get a couple wins in this video. That's nice. Let's see here. So this is the new set of 5. It looks like I'm going with a Mewtwo lead here. Let's see how this goes. I can't remember what moveset I had on it at this point in time. Maybe Focus Blast? Yeah, I had Focus Blast, so I had to get out of there right away. I switched in my Togekiss. It's met with a Kyogre, which isn't like the super best response to Togekiss. I was expecting like a Melmetal or something to come out, but I should have shielded that Surf. Really stupid on my part. Just, yeah, really dumb. Don't roast me too hard in the comments. Again, I try to be open and honest with you guys. Show my losses, show when I play poorly, but yeah, this was pretty rough. Psycho Cut on Mewtwo doesn't output that much damage, so it's pretty hard to commit to a fast move farm down on certain Pokemon. I'm going to try to do it on this Kyogre here. The Kyogre's barely not able to get to another Surf. Out comes that Giratina again. Psystrike is still going to do a decent amount of damage. I get a shield. Gonna throw another Psystrike here, trying to draw that last shield. Now I'm going to switch to my Rhyperior in the back. I know that Kyogre is out of the picture, so hopefully Rhyperior is going to have some more favorable matchups here. I do correctly shield up that Shadow Ball. It was a good play for me. I was still running Superpower on my Rhyperior at this point. Not super great. This is another Shadow Ball. Really hurts. I'm over farming just a little bit. Now I'm going to throw the Rock Wrecker. I don't want to get hit by another charge move from this Giratina. Just enough to take it out. He's got Dialga in the back, and I'm not able to get to that Superpower. So frustrating. The number of times that I got fast move farm down where I was right at the charge move. It happens so frequently in this set. Very confident win from my opponent. Dialga is so good. It is so good. I honestly feel like it's one of the must-haves in Master League. Just purely because even in your, like, quote-unquote worst matchups, you're still doing an insane amount of damage. Dragon Breath is crazy. Iron Head is a really good move. And then you even have that Thunder to hit, like, really strong neutral damage on the Metagross. I need to get a Dialga so bad if I want to be a little bit more competitive in this Master League. There's the Melmetal. I switch in my Rhyperior. Here's another example where, yes, this is favorable for Rhyperior, but the superpowers are still going to hurt. So always shield up the first superpower. That's going to be the one that does the most amount of damage. But I knew that there were going to be multiple superpowers coming through. If I had Surf here, this would be really great. Because my own superpower is going to drop my stats, but I need my Rhyperior to be healthy for the matchups that are going to come. What are they going to bring out? Out comes Giratina. I'm really hoping that I can double Rock Wrecker here. That would be great. Before I get Shadow Claw fainted down, I am able to get to another Rock Wrecker here, just barely. Really good for me. They don't shield it. What do they have in the back? Oh, it's the Togekiss in the back. So I can bring in my own Togekiss, commit one shield, and I'm going to charm them down. So I'm going to be able to take that game there. Awesome. Good games there. Able to get a win there. That's always nice. Let's see. Going with this Mewtwo lead again. Don't really know how I feel about Mewtwo in the lead spot. I mean, you definitely need shields, but I run into so many Giratina leads, it's just brutal. Got to get out of here again. Switching to my Togekiss. What do they have to punish it? They have a Kyogre again. So maybe this time I'm going to shield it up and hopefully play this a little bit better. They do shield up that ancient power. They sneak in a waterfall while they simultaneously throw a surf. That's like best possible case scenario for them. I don't shield up that surf. Again, I do not know why. Maybe I'm just going to try to save 2 shields for Rhyperior again and see what happens. Now, this surf is still going to do a decent amount of damage to Mewtwo. So I shield this up, but they are definitely not in fast move farm down range, and this waterfall damage is so insane. I do over farm. This Psy Strike is going to be able to take out the Kyogre. I'm anticipating the Giratina coming back in, so I'm just going straight Psy Strike again. If I had Ice Beam, this would be able to hit for super effective, but it only does like a little bit more damage than Psy Strike, I believe. Psy Strike is just such a good move. They land the Ominous Wind on me. Yikes. I'm really hoping that they either have like Metagross or Dialga in the back. They're just going straight Ominous Wind to burn my shield or hopefully try to get this boost. And the fact that they're staying in here leads me to believe that whatever they have in the back is weak to Rhyperior. I'm going to overfarm just a little bit. Now I'm going to throw the Rock Wrecker. What is in the back? What is in the back? Come on. It's a Snorlax. Oh, and I play this so horribly. I thought this was going to be a body slam, so this was why I was over farming. Nope, they land their own superpower on me, and all that stored up energy just goes to waste. Huge fail on my part. If it was a body slam, I would have been able to resist it because I wanted to throw back-to-back superpowers. But man, they caught me off guard with that. Jeez. Alright, going for the Togekiss lead again. We'll see how this plays out. Going up against Thin Fried Tofu. My battle rating is just taking a steep drop since Master League dropped, but that's okay. Hopefully once I get the feel for this, they make a simultaneous switch into their Kyogre on my Rhyperior. I had to switch out of that lead matchup there. I could have stayed in and like committed 2 shields and won that lead. That was probably the safer bet, but like that was just an unbelievable circumstance right there. We simultaneously switched and they caught an amazing scenario there. So my Rhyperior just totally got melted. Was able to do like absolutely nothing. I'm down a shield. I'm down a Pokemon. Out comes Dialga. If I can land a Focus Blast, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be able to one-shot Dialga. That's one reason for having Focus Blast. But this Dragon Breath is so insane. I still have my Togekiss with 1 shield and Dream. Now, if this Dialga is able to get to 2 Iron Heads, this is like total game over. There's the first one. I'm able to charm it down, thank goodness. Rhyperior in the back. I should have just thrown Ancient Power right away in hopes to potentially get the boost, but the Rock Wrecker is going to be coming through and it's going to be able to one-shot me. Yeah, I farmed up so much energy. I should have thrown the Ancient Power right off the bat, but if I didn't get the boost, it wouldn't have actually mattered because this Rock Wrecker is going to come through and take me out. Great plays from them, and a horrible switch-in scenario for me. That was, like, absolutely awful. Rhyperior just got melted by the Kyogre. Going up against Ken0759. Can I pull a win out? I believe this is the last match here. So we're in a Togekiss mirror match. Always look at the CP, so we both have 100% IV Togekiss. I believe this time I might stay in instead of continuously just giving up my lead advantage. But without my Togekiss, I am extremely weak to Giratina in the closing scenario. They do shield right there, so I'm going to commit a shield as well. Maybe not the best play on my part. We're going to simultaneously feint right there. Now I'm waiting out the clock. I believe I'm going to bring in Rhyperior in hopes that they bring out Dialga. They bring out Melmetal. This is still okay for me. I'm anticipating the Melmetal to throw a superpower and then bail. That's what a lot of people do. They're staying in this. I'm very surprised. Again, this would be an example where I need Surf instead of superpower. I don't want to drop my stats here, but I have to. And now I switch in my Mewtwo. That is a questionable play. Oh, snap. Focus Blast is going to be coming through. This is going to one-shot the Dialga. And then since my debuffs are cleared on my Rhyperior, I should be able to take this. This is going to be a Rock Slide. It's not enough to take me out. They're going to have to land another Rock Slide. Somehow they beat me to this charge move. Very unfortunate. Rhyperior is going to come back in. And a superpower is not going to be enough to take me out. So I'm going to be able to take this match. So a lot of losses for me in this video. Holy cow. I hope you guys appreciate the open and honest content here. I do have another Go Battle League video coming where I do a little bit better, like 3-2 on 2 sets of 5, but I'm still getting the hang of this. If you want to support the channel and be on my friends list and train with me, head on over to my Patreon. The link will be down in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.